Thank you for listening to the ttalks.net podcast, the show that brings you information, guidance, and support to entrepreneur-minded individuals like yourself. ttalks.net will give you something to talk about tomorrow. This isn't the daily show, but this is the show where you'll get everything. You'll get a fiesta of a mix with the old and the new. They will give you tips and insights into everyday business, big wins in everyday life. They have a lot to add, from bookkeeping to sales, sales management, and sales training, and daily content for listeners to learn and enjoy. We are here to improve your life and business or sales career. Without any further ado, introducing the dynamic duo, Alex DeLuca and Rafael Rodriguez Jr.
Well, good evening, Alex. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, Ralph, man. How you doing today?
Another great day in paradise, as I always say.
That's it. That's it. Are we going live today? Are we trying to right now? Do you
We're
see it
trying to
going?
go live. I believe that we are up and running in the YouTube.
All right.
Our Facebook, we still trying real hard, but I know that at one point or another, we'll definitely get this thing going.
We'll get it figured out. Definitely. That's the fun part. While we'll be here every day learning, we're gonna we'll be learning for sure. But it's all an adventure. We're used to doing, face-to-face interviews and having classes of anywhere from 6 to, I don't know, 20, 27, 30 people in one room. Post-COVID, there's no more of that.
Well, it's all about trial and tribulation and never give up. And we started with a dream not too long ago, and look what happened. We were somehow, some shape or form making it happen, and that's the mindset of the killer salesperson, the ultimate salesperson. The go-getters in life.
Yeah, man, for sure. The go-getters. And as we talk about that and we work throughout our daily trials and tribulations, we are here tonight to talk about that and to try to inspire a couple people at a time. And I think our reach will get larger and larger every night. This is an extremely good platform that we're on. As long as me and you, Ralph, can have a good internet connection and figure out how to use these microphones and these, what's this, a pop filter, we'll be on our way talking to people all around the nation.
You heard the expression, you fake it till you make it, right?
Oh yes, I'm a firm believer in that, man. Fake it till you make it. Well, let's get back on to the Tea Talk topics of the night. We got a lot of juicy stuff to go in. Ladies and gentlemen, today is actually February 4th, 2021. It's now 10:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Alex DeLuca, over here in Naples, Florida, and
Rafael Rodriguez from Hollywood, Florida.
All right, man. We are here to give let's see here, today's topics. We have the need for a strategy. That sounds juicy. Why
hopefully we can dig into it.
No, definitely. Why adaptive selling and the importance of relationships. I think that's a good one to end on.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good.
Sounds familiar.
Well,
how many people downloaded the book? Was it just me, or did you get a couple other downloads the other day when you
I know,
put it up for free?
We got quite a few.
That's awesome.
Yes. I don't remember the exact numbers, but in the hundreds. So.
Well, look, you deal with numbers all day. I'm not going to expect you that number there.
Yes, it is tax season. A lot of business owners are always looking for at the last minute to get their things going. So
that sounds familiar. Definitely.
Definitely absolutely. It's one of those things that guys don't wait till the last minute to do your taxes.
Not a good idea.
Especially,
be on top of it.
I have turned away a couple people that have come into the office or show me a box of receipts and say, well, here's my here's my accounting.
Oh, geez. Well, we talk about that, a lot. Please visit the remotebookkeepers.com. Any questions, businesses, don't wait till the last minute. I know a couple episodes in when our audio wasn't as good as it is now. We talked about, the importance of doing the taxes and being a business owner. And, you can be as successful as you want. You can bring as much money in as you want. But if you don't put it on paper, it's your bit. Don't plan on buying a house with the sweat equity there unless you put it on paper.
No, you're absolutely right. And on one of our couple videos, we talked about the fact of measuring. You got to be able to measure whatever you do. You got to measure. That's how you know how well, how bad, and where you need to be. And I always use the analogy. Imagine going somewhere with no destination, with no gauges. Imagine flying the plane with no gauges. Imagine about that.
That's one of the more scary things when I think about flying a plane. Imagine no gauges and being at night. Just imagine that. That would be one of the most worst experiences ever. No gauges, no what's up, down, the sun's gone, it's dark out. What do you do?
Well, a lot of business owners, a lot of individuals out there, that's exactly how they're running their business.
Well, let's talk about the first topic. Let's dive right into that. The need for a strategy. We can go on. This is definitely the longest topic that we have, and at least typed up here in front of us. But go ahead. Having a strategy, plays an important role in anything that you do in life. Many inexperienced salesmen, make the mistake of thinking, that it's on the spot, improve work, improv work. It's really not. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, one stage show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what happens is that you gotta be able to know. Imagine again going to the range and just you're shooting everywhere. I mean, no strategy whatsoever. Just shooting, boom, boom. What are you accomplishing?
I don't know, like absolutely nothing, like scatterbrains, it's old, it's throw spaghetti on the wall and let's see what sticks. And, it's just no approach. Do you play golf, Ralph? Do you play golf at all?
Not really. I have tried. I'm a baseball guy.
All right.
Most Dominicans, they at least my parents are Dominican, and I did live in Santo Domingo. Baseball was everything. I just
listen. Baseball is my life. All my friends that are listening, definitely like DeLuca was at the baseball field. Mom ran the president. She was the president of Little League Baseball, and I wasn't playing ball. I was in the concession stand or causing some type of mayhem, right? But listen, back to golf. Like I can I'm so good at visualizing the shot and the strategy from going from the tee box to the hole, like visualizing and strategizing. I have it, but at the end of the day, the ball doesn't necessarily go according to plan. But that's golf, and sometimes that's life.
Yeah, and you know what? And I know we do a lot of analogies about sports. Isn't sports about strategy?
That's it, man. Game planning, tape, filming, research, study, learning your opponent, and that's all the stuff that we're going to touch base. But go ahead, go. Good topic.
And and if you think about it, in a football team, and we're this is Super Bowl weekend, we got to talk about football.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The one thing that if you look at, man, don't they have coaches for everything?
Oh, it's amazing.
Special team coach, quarterback coach,
offensive line coach, tight end coach. Bring me up right there. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
And all these people are working together for one objective, which is score.
Winning.
And it's all about winning.
We're on the world's biggest stage, ladies and gentlemen. On Sunday night, you will see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, your old school, like Raphael on the other line, the old school Tom Brady versus the new school. It's kind of like us right now, the new school Patrick Mahomes. What a face-off it's going to be. I had a couple quotes from Tom Brady on the screen. We did, bring one up yesterday. Another one, you have to believe in your process. You have to believe in the things that you're going to do to help the team win. I think you have to take the good with the bad, and that follow the process. And that's definitely the strategy. Whether your company has one, you're putting it in sell, in a play for you, but there's a process. Follow it.
Man, that's real deep right there.
Deep.
I mean, the man with the master plan, Tom Brady.
Mr. Tom Brady.
Those quotes are just inspirational. If they're not, I don't know what planet you're from.
So when we're back down to, you need a strategy, the first thing, what are you going to do? Definitely goes back to the topic of the whole researching and learning. Learn about your customer beforehand. Learn about your competitor. It's all about just the constant research in whatever aspect you'll touch.
Now, Alex, just out of curiosity, have you taken any sales course, like the different, there's quite a few out there, but have you taken any of them?
No particular sales course ever. I've always had a PhD in business, poor, hungry, and determined type approach. And I've been, fortunate enough to be a part of many organizations and kind of been the top gun, and referred to as, selling the most or coming up with different ways to make things happen. So, in the process of all the different companies from telecom to shipping services, to home improvement, now you'll come to understand that everything basically comes down to a script. And as long as you rock out with that script, it doesn't matter the product, the commodity, the service, you believe in it yourself, your personal brand, you go out there, you rock out, and you'll make it happen.
And I'm not endorsing any sales program at all. So this is not an endorsement, but guys, you can Google it. There are plenty out there, some more expensive than others. There are methods. I have the opportunity to have taken over the years quite a few, and there's always something good on each of them. And what has worked probably in our industry, the consultative approach is usually one of the best methods to for most of the people that are on the top tier of revenue generating. So, but Mandel Communication, Mercury, just to name a few. There's a couple of them that I can't even remember. It's been almost 20, 30 years since I took it. Not that I'm trying to, get my age.
20 years?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, geez, man. You're getting up there.
Yeah.
Well,
like
we're speaking from experience, ladies and gentlemen. I was typing up earlier, what we were going to talk about, and I was going to do the math because I have, since 2000, I don't know. I got at least a decade of business experience in me in running small, medium-sized businesses myself or running with other people and seeing the business. But I was going to add 2 decades to be generous on your end. Should I have added 3?
Yeah, you can do one more. But the one
4
that
decades, so we got 50 years combined experience that we're going live with.
Yes, pretty much. It's pretty deep. But one of the ones, like I said, I'm not promoting. This is just Sandler was one of the biggest one that I remember being a pretty strong foundation, and we're talking about 30 years ago. So
okay.
And Napoleon Hill books are awesome.
You know what? That's talking about sales courses and no, but business or sales books. Napoleon Hill, what's it? The Laws of Success and the four volumes. I have it. It's written in basically Old English. One of the good companies, one of the jobs I actually ever had, M1, the owner of the business recommended that book, and I've had friends that have read with. But the book was great. Another one, Extreme Ownership. I definitely would pick that one up. That's all about just owning everything.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's talking about research and the need for strategy. That researching it, just like we're talking about now, you'll be able to find those things. Research the market in order, to understand how your product is rated against your competitors and what you can do to improve. Moving on, definitely take into consideration what your customers might seek from your products, and be ready to adapt to the requirements at the end of the day. That's huge. And this is all strategies and game planning that you go through in your head before you enter every sales call until you're, hitting your quotas by Wednesday, like we talked about.
Sweet. Yes. You hit the nail right in the head. So, but anyways, going right. So we don't. I know we're trying to do superficial and kind of getting the meat of the matter exposed, but let's jump right into our next topic.
What do we have?
Well, whichever you have
Why
to believe.
Adaptive selling? Is that the next topic?
Oh, don't tell me that's what it is.
That's the next topic. Why adaptive selling,
Ralph? You have to adapt because we're chameleons. Top salespeople are chameleons.
That's it. You asked me what a salesperson was. 100% a chameleon.
You have to be a chameleon, and we talked about when the older lady or they're talking real slow.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that the way I used to train and teach my recruits was that selling was like dancing. Okay, so if I'm dancing rock and roll and the other person is dancing salsa, how does it look?
Definitely could go viral depending on the scene.
But you have to be able to move. You need to go ahead and basically lead, be a leader in the dancing, especially, I'm kind of the old school, so pardon my
Listen, I've
salsa
never been a dancer.
and
I've been at one quince in my life, and I dreaded the practices.
well, the bachata and the salsa, it's unfortunately
it taught me how to two-step for the rest of my life. Thank God I had something.
it's I call it a male dominant type of dance because the gentleman is the one that always leads the female.
Okay.
And you're supposed to be a leader and basically dictate what the next move is. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but that's just the way it has come down the generations and generations on dancing. And you got to be a good dancer, and you gotta adapt to what's happening. And in sales, we role play in order for us to go ahead and get better. And a lot of times, I love throwing just curves. I mean, I am. People dreaded role playing with me because I am your worst nightmare.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've experienced it, and I tell you what, I've taken. I'm always learning. We were trying to train together, and I definitely learned a couple of things, and that was one of them. I remember we would knock on the door, and we'd have a conference room full of people, and we're like, "All right, go knock on the door. It's a brand new door." Well, bam! You slammed it right in front of their face. They're like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "Next."
Well, what it is that we can't train for the rosy. We call it the lay down. That they're the yes and they'll buy immediately. I mean, how many? And they're out there. You just got to find them.
If you go out there enough times, you don't have to be a good salesperson. You don't have to have people skills. You will find the person that wants your product and basically wants to sign up and not go through any other talking. Just thank you. You're here. Let's do business. And it's like, wow, why can't they all kind of almost be like that? But it wouldn't be any fun. Everybody would have everything.
There's always a diamond out there. You just got to find it. And, but again, you train, and I know we're talking about adapting and adaptive selling is that you have to be able to adapt to whatever the scenario might be. And a lot of times you might be put in a situation where you don't know what to do. And the one thing I used to do was that, this is what I teach, is that you always repeat the question, especially if you don't know the answer like 100%. You always repeat that question back to them. And when you repeat it real slow, because what you're trying to do is that you're trying to come up with a good, a great comeback to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You're digging mentally, and you're buying time.
oh, absolutely. And if you don't know the answer, do me a favor, do not say anything, because credibility is huge. And the minute you just throw anything out there, that's it. Your credibility is out the door. Might as well just pack up your things and go.
That's
Okay.
it. Real quick. One quick thing, business point that you should learn now. One, if you don't know, you don't know. Two, don't ever make it up. That, and just be original with it. It's a learning aspect for you at the end of the day. Don't ever say what if you just came up with the wrong answer and the customer looks at you. Don't be in that moment.
And last but not least, what you say is that, that's a great question. Once we sign everything here, what I'm going to do is that once I get to the office, it's going to be turned over to our operation, and I'll make certain that the operation managers go and reach out to you and make sure that gives you the correct answer, because the last thing I want to do is give you some false information. And it starts from right here, sitting down at your table or on the phone, telling you exactly, what's up, because that's the type of person I am.
That's it.
Woo, damn.
Whew.
Ah, baby, come on, bring it on.
All right, let's go. Adaptive selling got a little exciting. Being the chameleon and adapting to any situation you walk into. Look, I always have a firm feeling that I'm the breath of fresh air that's been waiting to come through that doorway, right? It's all about your mindset before you even get to the adaptive selling part. So once you have the mindset, you get in there, whatever the situation is, it's your time. As much as you're going to adapt to them, you have to have the confidence in yourself for them to adapt to your level at the same time. Was it? Yeah, I don't know if it's today or yesterday. The old lady wanted to put me in my spot. $47,000 roof. Well, you're too high. It was pretty interesting, and I was like, "Ma'am, I know it's a metal roof. It is what it is." And I ended up, we're still talking right now, and I was able to get my price down. We're having fun, but it's just you control the situation. She thought my price was too high. You got to explain people. You sell yourself, you sell your product, you do your kill options, and at the end of the day, you come out on top. So that's what she hit me with that quick. She got serious. They tend to get serious when the money comes up.
Well, and I at least I run through this a lot. Is that your price is too high, and then I always ask the question, well, what are you comparing it to?
Mm-hmm.
Because my price can go up or down by $10,000. So if you're shopping for price, and guys, I don't know about you, but one of the first things that you should do when you're doing your consultative approach is that, what are you looking for? Are you looking for price? Are you looking for quality? Are you looking for longevity? And because that way you know exactly what kind of options to provide, and the more options you do, the more of a hole you're digging. So you want to go ahead and limit the amount of choices, but give them exactly what they want. Because I can tell you from selling roofs myself is that there's 1,000 things I can put in there, and there's 1,000 things that I can take away. Mm-hmm. There's at least 6 or 7 different factors I can include on, instead of doing 10 years, do 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Well, the more years there is, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, if I'm shopping for transportation, the last thing I want to do is tell somebody, hey, I got a Lamborghini ready for you. What do you think that's going to happen? They're going to say you're nuts.
That's it.
But if they're buying a Lamborghini, then you give them a Lamborghini. If they're looking for transportation, you tell them, well, sorry, that's not me. I don't sell transportation. I sell top-notch transportation.
That's it, man. No, for sure. And you we talk about, you know, the home improvement or the cars. You can literally take this to any aspect of business. The same stuff we're talking about. What does your product have? Are you comparing apples to apples, like this telephone bill to this telephone bill? You know, this roof to this roof, this watch to this watch. And even when you go buy stocks, by the way, the stocks. Have you been watching the stocks markets lately?
You know what?
The plummets of
I've
the
been a
GameStop
Dodge
and
baby I've been a Dodge baby for a while now.
yeah,
So I can
they got
easily
up to
say that.
5 point, almost 6 cents today.
I know. I've been a Dodge baby for almost a year now.
Yeah, I
So
got on the train maybe 6 months ago, a couple months after I moved over to this side. Look, it's back down to 4.75. I did sell out, so I'm gonna just jump back in there and buy some once it drops down a little bit more.
I just love it. You know, and that just shows you that
And I'm on my
I,
phone
we
now.
are always looking for the opportunity. Okay, opportunity. Buy low, sell high. Buy
That's it
low,
every
sell
day
high.
on a daily basis, guys. We were talking, and I can't wait to run an episode on this. And I really think that you know, we want to share this as outreach as we can on one of our podcasts coming up about the work from home opportunity. You know, what you can do. There's so many options from moms at home, dads at home, to, you know, anybody trying to make money that, you know, in the hospitality industry, that there's no jobs right now. You know, there's opportunity to make money online. And we're finding out more and more ways to do it. I know I'm encouraging people close to me to do it. Whether, you know, whatever it may be that you want to sell, there's an opportunity. Open up your own shop. Estee's a great spot to do self-made stuff we were looking at. There's so many commodities that you can sell online, Ralph. It's just crazy. And services, ebooks, like whatever comes up, you know, research it. People are buying stuff from the dollar store and selling it on Amazon. It's phenomenal.
Well, I'm going to tell you that personally, in our family, we have somebody that started making masks and
Making masks.
masks. Yes,
Okay.
making masks with just started making masks and start promoting it and selling it, and
Hmm.
it actually got super huge, and they were making some good money out of it, and they were providing a service.
Awesome.
And nowadays with the internet putting people so close, it's just incredible. And again, if you're trying to do something on the side, your side hustle, there's plenty of stuff to research. Get into a niche, find a niche, and exploit it.
No, definitely. We will put, it might even be the next episode if we can put it together. But we will be recording every night. What's it, Sunday night to Thursday
To
night,
to Thursday night, correct?
10 o'clock, Sunday to Thursday night. We're going to publish it the next day or the same night on Spotify. We're not going anywhere. We're going to give you the big wins, big tips, insights into business, everyday life. We do have one more topic. Let's touch base on that before we get off here. And it's pretty important. It's the importance of relationships. You know, we have a relationship over this mic now. But, you know, and in business, you know, in sales, it's really about that rapport building. And we were talking about the sales conferences and had you had opportunity to go to a course. Out of all the different Top Gun meetings and sales courses that I've been, from telecom to life insurance, it's all about building rapport. They talk about that the most. What can you build rapport? If you can find common ground on something to build rapport, you kind of got halfway there to the sale. But let's dive into the importance of the relationship building. You know, selling is a sales strategy. You know, so what do you have for us, Ralph?
Well, I'm going to tell you that never burn your bridges. Um, I'm a firm believer that you treat everybody, you know, if the difference between a relationship, an external relationship that you burn it because of money, wrong. When if you cross somebody, wrong. If you think that you're gonna make more money by going around, you know, cutting that middleman, wrong. It's just doing the ethical part in a relationship, a business relationship, in this particular case.
Hmm.
Um, it's all about the trust.
And that's in business relationships too, but it's even more important, with your
Customers.
sales reps out there, and they're dealing with your customers. They're on the front lines, like how, they're the face of your business. We're out there selling products, and we're building the relationship. How important is that for you to, does it, you have employees out there, you want to make sure that they're the one that you'd invite to the family picnic at the end of the day, right? So we
Well,
want.
it boils down to you gotta inspect what you expect. Write that down. Inspect what you expect. If you're on the top of the organization, the best way of inspecting it without having to put a lot of time and effort is doing the surveys. Always pick up the phone and thank that individual at the end. You know, and this is your biggest gauge. And Alex and I, we've been in some companies that it's kind of hard, but you got to be able to pick up the phone and once everything is done, be able to talk to that customer. If you
Yes,
can't pick
that's
up the phone
huge.
and talk to that customer, then there's something wrong and something needs to be fixed. Because
100%.
if you're afraid to talk to that person and ask for referrals, there's a problem.
No, there is. And, talking about not burning bridges and don't make decisions over money, I've made decisions over, companies not coming through when I was just a sales rep for a company. I had no control over the project management, time of jobs getting done, responsiveness to problems. Sometimes if you're in an organization and you don't have control over that and you see that happening, that will really get, to under your skin more or less. That's one of the reasons why, me and Shane Rudy, we spoke after I mentioned him on the last show, so that was pretty cool. But that's why we started Five Star Home Advisors. Look, we've seen the bad happen to the sales reps not getting paid. We've seen bad happen to homeowners, jobs not getting done. Let's partner with some good people and come up with our own leads and really try to do good in the home improvement industry. And it worked. And that's when business happens, when you can start building off referrals. I still get phone calls till this day on this side. It's a good feeling. Once the referrals start coming in from business, you're doing something right.
And don't be afraid to speak up and talk to the owners or talk to the manager, and sometimes you need to roll up your shirt. I'm a firm believer that on takeoff or the first day that a salesperson should be, especially if it's a roof or anything that's home improvement, you kind of should be there, especially if it's a high ticket item.
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling a 70, $80,000, $100,000, you should be there that first day, just kind of just putting your face, because they need to understand that customer needs to understand that you care.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how you get referrals. And you're not even asking for a referral, but you are trying to make sure things are going smooth. You're
And they don't
selling
don't
without
forget about
selling.
you.
You're selling. You're
That's it.
branding.
And at the end of the day, that all goes back to the relationship that you have with the homeowner, when or with the potential, person for your health, life insurance or health insurance plan, or the person that you're trying, the business owner you're selling telecom to, or it doesn't matter. Your rapport is first. You let them know during the point of sale, the process. I'm going to contact you X for X, and I'm going to lead you in the right direction until our services are done. So you hitting those times that we call back and follow up, that's all part of the relationship at the same time. They trust you. It's the relationship starts with the rapport from the beginning. It's not like a roller coaster of sales and drops back down. It's something they have to keep up and maintain the altitude of the relationship building through the whole sales process, and even after to recycle that sale and get that lead back.
And I do want to stress that the relationship, the relationship goes with the customer, the relationship goes with the company, the relationship goes with the supplier, the relationship goes with the operational manager. I mean, everybody within the
Anybody that helps
organization.
you, the secretary that helps you, that somebody called for you, all those little things in the office, from the CEO to the CFO to the COO to the receptionist to the person that dials the telecom office, the person that runs that. It's all one system. You know, a business is a family. That's why an onboarding process has a nice introductory of the whole company listed, so you can, you know, hi Ralph, hi, this is Alex DeLuca. He's new on the job. Everybody say hi to him. It's pretty nice. We're in the digital world. I'm sure there's a lot of new emails going out like that digitally, welcoming everybody to the team.
You know, and I do think that we need to kind of go back and really spend a couple episodes, just one on onboarding, another one on recruiting, another one on fine tuning your sales skills. I think those are great tools, and I
They're
think
definitely all great tools. We will get those out to you, but at the same time, we talked about doing personal recordings, having free kind of video access to the 1, 2, 3 blueprints of what we can do to help you kind of move forward in any aspect of business. You know, quick 2-3 minute clips, sometimes 5, and on top of our daily content that we're going to give you on a daily basis. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up that show here. I'll thank the sponsors. Again, we got the Digital Masters Company for all your SEO website graphic needs, and also the remotebookkeepers.com. Tax season is right around the corner. Start filing your personal taxes. What date, Ralph?
Well, April 15th, but it opens up on February 14th.
Right around the corner, e-file. If you have any questions on business plans, strategies, or whatever it may be, even scripts, please let us know. Any content that you wish to hear, any comments on our great audio or not funny jokes, or any critiques are more than welcome. If you don't like our tangents, I'm sorry. You know, that's us.
Absolutely. But
all right, well, I'm signing off from Naples.
And with that said, this is Rafael Rodriguez from Hollywood, Florida, saying, talk to you later.
Good night, guys.
Alex.
And talk to you later from Alex DeLuca, Naples, Florida.
Awesome. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Thank you for tuning in to ttalks.net. If you have any questions, comments, or something you want us to talk about, email us at raphael@ttalks.net or comment below. Please follow us on YouTube at ttalksnet and Facebook at ttalksnet. Please rate us, and don't forget that sharing is caring. Thank you for your support. Till next time, we will talk later.